Hello and welcome back to Darshan channel. Today we are going to discuss interdefinability of truth functions or constant. Now, what is the meaning of interdefinability? So, interdefinability of the constant मतलब क्या होता है? So, it means defining and reducing. So, if you see defining and reducing the truth function or constant into one another. For example, जैसे आपके पास conjunction है तो that can be defined into other functions such as negation and which. Let's see कैसे. So if you have p dot q, so again this can be defined. df is defined into negation of negation p which negation of q. So again this can be written in this form also. So उस sense में interdefinability. While defining one function into other truth function, the meaning of the expression should not be changed or destroyed. So again this is important. So again you cannot simply change. Say p dot q है and if you want to change into p wedge q, you cannot do that. You need to I'll be providing with some formulas. तो उसी formulas के according ही आपको interdefinability use करना है. Now let's start first with the very easy part, which is conjunctive function. So let's start first with the conjunctive function. So in case of conjunctive, if we have p dot q, so it can be defined. Now again this defined part is very important. It can be defined into negation bracket negation p wedge negation q, or if you want to change or define it into horseshoe, then it will be negation p horseshoe negation of q. So this is very important here. Now let's see with the help of an example. So आपका example given है Priya is smart and Tane is hardworking. Now if you'll see, this can be changed into this will be P, ये आपका Q हो जाएगा, and this can be symbolized as P dot Q. Now इसका meaning and following जो आपके दो statement है, इनका meaning same है. Meaning that the first one is, it is false that either Priya is not smart or Tane is not hardworking. So again this can be written, it is false that negation, and then Priya is not smart negation of P, or which, and Tani is not hardworking negation of Q. Now similarly अगर आपका horseshoe में है, so यहाँ पे horseshoe आ जाएगा, it is false that Priya is smart and Tani is not hardworking, negation Q, not hardworking. Now again if you'll see, by using the table also आपका same function रहेगा. Let's say P dot Q, so table के according T T F F, so again TT will be T, TT will be TF, F, and then F आपका आ जाता है. Now let's write negation of P horseshoe negation of Q. So again negation Q का value डाल दो आपका, false true false true. So let's solve it. P आपके पास है, negation Q आपके पास है, TF का value is false, TT का value is T, and again false का value is T, F T का value is T. Now we have to take the negation of this, क्योंकि question में negation है, false का negation will be true और बाकी सबका false and false. Now if you'll check carefully, so if you'll see this value, that is true false, and this value it's same, इसीलिए these two are equivalent. So ये चीज़ आपका first हो गया. Now moving to the next one is disjunctive function. So everybody knows disjunction में कौन सा sign use करता है, wedge sign. So again this can be defined into dot and horseshoe. कैसे define करेंगे? It will be negation P dot negation of Q. Similarly अगर आप इसको horseshoe में change करना चाहते हो, then it will be negation P horseshoe Q. Now let's see the example. So the example given here is, so I have taken most of the example from the book, the textbook of logic by Krishna Jain. So the example given is, either the opposition demands are met or they will boycott the president's address. So again this will be Q and this will be P. So again P wedge Q के form में आ गया. Now the thing is, so if you change it into the next form, it is false that neither neither opposition demands are met nor the boycott of the president address. So again this can be written as negation, and neither nor के लिए आप कैसे लिखते थे? So it can be written either as negation P wedge Q. So एक फॉर्म तो आपका ये आ जाता था, it is false that के लिए ये, and this one is this. So again if you remember यहाँ पे wedge है, so again this can also be written. So if you'll move on to this formula, डॉट से वेज, वेज से डॉट. सो यहाँ पे वेज है तो इट कैन बी नेगेशन पी डॉट नेगेशन ऑफ क्यू. सो अगेन यही आपका फॉर्म हो गया, right? So again if you write this or if you write this, both are correct. So in this case it is false that neither opposition demands are met nor the boycott of the president address. So again this will be a form of negation P dot negation Q. Now horseshoe के फॉर्म में चेंज करना है. In that case if the opposition demands are not met, then they will boycott the president address. So again not है तो negation, and then if then है horseshoe, and then Q. So this is the case of disjunctive function. Now let's move to the next one, which is again very important, जो कि आपका horseshoe है. That is implicative या conditional function. So in this case again we have two case, either wedge में change करेंगे या dot में change करेंगे. So wedge में change करेंगे तो it will be negation P wedge Q, और अगर आपको dot में change करना है तो negation P dot negation Q. So ये formulas are very important, you have to memorize it. So next part is if it rains then the harvest will be good. So again this can be written in the form of P horseshoe Q. So either it does not rain or the harvest will be good. So again it does not, negation of P wedge Q, and it is false that if it rains and harvest is not good. So again आपका डॉट के फॉर्म में. So again let's check by using the table method कि दोनों का वैल्यू सेम आ रहा है या नहीं. So again T F F, and then this is TF TF. So again false, बाकी आपके true हो जाएंगे. Now let's see if it is equivalent to this part, that is negation of P wedge Q. So negation of P will be false false true true, and Q का value we already have. So let's find. So in case of true true it will be true, false false will be false, then again T, and then again T. Now if you'll see the final value which is over here and the final value which is over here, दोनों का value आपका same आ रहा है. So this means that both are equivalent in sense. चलो, now the last one is equivalent function. Equivalent function meaning आपका tri-bar. So tri-bar can be defined in P horseshoe Q dot Q horseshoe P and P dot Q wedge negation P dot negation Q. Now again these formulas are very important because when you will be solving the formal proof of validity, so उसमें भी आपका rules of replacement में यही सारे formulas आते हैं. So either way you have to memorize these formulas. So let's take an example. The opposition attends the session if and only if. If and only if meaning tri-bar. If and only if their demands of inquiry is accepted. Now this can be changed into if the opposition attends the session, then यहाँ पे then होना चाहिए, then their demands for inquiry is accepted, and if the demand of inquiry is accepted then they will attend the session. So again horseshoe के फॉर्म में है and है तो यहाँ पे डॉट डाल दिया. Either the opposition attends the session and their demand for inquiry is accepted, or neither the opposition attends the session nor their demand is accepted. So again this is in the form of P dot Q wedge negation P dot negation of Q. Now I hope it's clear with everyone. Now let's see the summary part. So again in summary you can take a screenshot of it if you have not memorized the formula so far, and you can later on memorize the formula. So first we have conjunctive, second disjunctive, implicative, equivalent functions. So these are the function with the formulas. So again these formulas are extremely important. Chalo. Now based on this formulas, this four formulas, not four, but let's say this four constant, conjunction, implication, conjunction and equivalent. Let's try to solve questions now. So let's start with the first question. So questions आपका एग्जाम में ऐसे आएगा, define the following expression into negation and which. सो आपको जो फाइनल एक्सप्रेशन लेके आना है वो आपका नेगेशन और वेच में होना चाहिए, नेगेशन और वेच में होना चाहिए. नाउ अगेन you can write the formula assignment. For example, इस केस में this is already in wedge, so we don't have to change it. एक ही आपका change करना है, which is in dot. So again you know the formula by now, that is p dot q can be defined as negation p which negation q. So again direct ही है negation p negation q में, so simply replace p dot q with this one and the formula is over here. Now let's move to the next question. So again in the next question you have to change, this one is already in wedge, so you're happy, you have to change this one. So what you have to do is you have to consider this whole as p and this whole as q. And the formula, if you see, p dot q का formula is bar negation. So I've taken negation over here. Negation of p, wedge negation of q. So p के साथ आप negation लगाओगे, wedge and this whole के साथ negation and then bracket के अंदर negation q wedge p. So again we don't have to change wedge क्योंकि आपका already wedge में है. So this is the first two question. of hope everyone is able to solve it. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number third में आपका horseshoe use हुआ है. Now जब horseshoe use होता है, so again if you want to change it into wedge, so the formula is p horseshoe q. So this is the formula, right? So you have to either take this one, you can solve यहाँ पे, or you can solve this part first. Now let's solve this part first. Horseshoe as it is रहेगा. So you're solving this. This is direct formula, p horseshoe q negation p wedge q, आपने as it is लिख दिया. Now the next case you'll take this as p and this one as q. So this is p, this is q. So again formula is negation of p. So इस पूरे के साथ p wedge p क्योंकि p के साथ आपका कोई negation नहीं लगेगा. So next case में again we have dot, we have horseshoe, तो दोनों जगह आपको change करना होगा. Now horseshoe का तो already you know, so you can directly apply the formula, that is if you are taking this whole as p and this as q, so it will be negation of p wedge q, negation of p wedge q आपका आ रहा है. So if you use negation here. Now next आपका dot है. So again I'll just write down the formula. So this is equivalent to, so this is the formula. So again if you see in this case this is already in wedge. Now again p dot q, already एक negation बाहर है, so we'll just add one more negation to it, negation and then negation of p wedge negation of q. So इसी तरह आपको questions ऐसे solve करना है. Now इस केस में तो we changed it into wedge and negation. Now let's solve the next question. Now next question is bit different because we have to define the expression into negation and dot. अभी हमने wedge किया था, अब dot में change करना है. So let's say the first part आपका already wedge में है, and now what we have to do is we have to change it into dot. So again यहाँ पे आपका आ जाएगा formula is p wedge q का formula is, okay, this is the formula. So again this whole will be p and this is q. So it is already negation, so already this whole has taken as p. So यहाँ पे negation एक और add होगा because we need one more negation, negation dot negation of q. So this is easy. Now moving to the next question, we have wedge and then we have horseshoe over here. दोनों को हमें dot में change करना है. So again by using the formula p wedge q, so negation बाहर आपका आ जाएगा and this whole will be q and this will be p. So negation of p dot negation of negation Q horseshoe P. You have taken this and you have solved this part. Now moving to the next part. So ये तो as it is है, dot P आ गया. Now we have to change the horseshoe part. So P horseshoe Q का formula है negation of P dot negation of Q. So this is the formula, you have to write this formula. So again यहाँ पे already एक negation है, so you can add one more negation to it, and this whole is P. So again यहाँ पे P है तो डायरेक्ट P लिख लिया, डॉट डॉट negation of Q. So यहाँ पे एक और negation आ गया. So this is your final answer. Now let's solve the third question. थर्ड क्वेश्चन में आपने horseshoe को चेंज किया and then wedge को भी चेंज किया. Dot as it is, you don't have to make any changes here. So let's change the first part जो आपका horseshoe था, and the formula is negation P है but यहाँ negation P है, so you are writing it as negation P dot negation. ठीक है, negation क्यों? बिकॉज फॉर्मूला में आपका negation क्यों आता है, wedge P dot R आपका आ रहा है. नाउ अगेन यहाँ पे एक और wedge है, तो इस wedge को भी हटाना है, तो इस wedge के लिए अगेन P wedge Q का फॉर्मूला लगाइए. So this is the formula. So again you are simply putting it in the formula. बाहर एक negation हो गया, this whole is P and this is your P and this is Q. तो negation P, तो ऑलरेडी एक negation है तो एक और आपने ऐड कर दिया, negation dot Q, negation of Q. So this is, ये वाला क्वेश्चन आप लोग सॉल्व करके बताओगे कि कैसे होता है. फाइन. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.